It's Nolan. I got the feeling the fear. My city is crabs in the barrel. I learned to get by through the signs of the trials and the errors. Compute on my life with the heirs. I step like the Greek with no goddess replying in the airs. You niggas are not in my era. I was on that like Cronets. Put sand and get pressed like Kotex. I'm a black star with my squad like Most Def. Reign supreme, my face card like Maybelline. My dog used to push white like Saving Cream. These little niggas from the land of the Maybelline. You like to dance, have fun, try to shake the beam. God is my witness, they know that I'm flawed, but I got not folding than y'all. Set up the stage and I kill it, I'm going to war. Nobody can fuck with these bars. Roam through the land like seas. I'm drawing out a plan like Egypt, sowing my seed. Better y'all grow in season. I be going hard, no reason. Say la vie. One life, I got land to seize. Niggas might think I'm a Pharisee. This is my therapy. I do not care to please. Catch them out of Linux, homie, don't wanna square with me. Whoa. Better teach your man how to squabble. Rap money, but to fly me out of Cabo. Dedicated 1/4 to the game, boy. I got a shit bucket like a nigga hit the lotto. Backstage, full of plays on the phone, baby girl trying to hit me with a slot like Nevada. Let me introduce you to my new model. Finna push these niggas off me like, push these niggas off me like, push these niggas off me like, What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Happy Wednesday afternoon. All right, y'all. We got to get into this. All right. I've been seeing a couple posts that have been circulating on social media, going somewhat viral, reaching a lot of people, and it seems that some people may have the wrong impression. We're going to have a discussion about this either way it goes. But number one, there's a viral tweet going around from NFR Podcast crowning Kendrick Lamar as Apple Music's Rapper of the Year. Okay? And in that post, there seems to be a lot of people triggered. Seems like Drake fans mostly, to be honest, that are triggered. They're feeling some type of way. They don't like that Kendrick Lamar has allegedly been crowned Rapper of the Year. The reason why I use the word allegedly is because when I went to Apple Music's Twitter page and I searched Apple Music Kendrick Lamar Rapper of the Year, there is no official update from Apple where they crown him as their Rapper of the Year. As a matter of fact, the graphic that was posted, and y'all see the graphic in the thumbnail to this video as well, but I'm going to show y'all this here. The graphic that you see on the side of me here is for a playlist. That playlist is called Rap Life, which they update pretty frequently. And as of right now, we're going to go through the playlist. You see it's got over 9 million views from NFR Podcast. The original Apple Music post only has about 80-something thousand. And I want to go ahead and put the onus and the blame on NFR Podcast. Now, I don't hate these guys. Some people do. I think that they, definitely use and utilize hip hop to get their takes off. And, because it's called NFR Podcast, I think some people may confuse it, or at one time confused it with like NPR, like they were official. But this is a whole different thing. Other people actually tune into their podcast. I see that they get mixed reviews about the content that they actually put out on their show. I'm not here to disparage these guys, but I am here to chastise these guys for this post where y'all saw Apple Music put Kendrick Lamar as the face of a playlist. He's got the number one slot on the playlist, but y'all wanted to create your own narrative to increase engagement, which ultimately is going to increase your check on Twitter because y'all have a verified account. I think that shit is lame. If we're going to call out one, we just going to have to start calling out a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not coming from malice. It's not coming from hate. This is just being real because it's too much of this type of shit circulating in hip hop. It's fucking up the vibe. It's fucking up the narratives. It's fucking up what's real. If Apple Music wanted to crown Kendrick Lamar as Rapper of the Year for 2024, I would have been all for it. I think he earned it. And we're going to get to that point anyway. But the fact that you put this stamp on their post when they didn't put that stamp on their post, that is irresponsible and it's a load of horse shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is why certain people out there feel like there's a narrative that's out there to push Kendrick Lamar to the forefront, to dethrone a Drake or whoever else is out in the marketplace, because it's really not about Drake. Drake took his L. But there's a certain percentage of people that feel like Kendrick Lamar has this unwarranted agenda out there that's trying to push him to the number one spot and remove everybody else from the runnings, from the conversation, to make him the undisputed champ. Now, I am a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. I feel like he was already at the top before all of this shit. The only person that was even threatening Kendrick was Drake, and you could put them interchangeably however you wanted to do that. It was based on preference. It was based on taste. But as an objective person and as somebody who was able to sift through the bullshit that NFR podcast put here, this is not nearly as harmful as what, AK and others, No Jumper have put out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comparing them, but when it comes to trash, I hate to say it and knock other people's work and other people's platforms, but when it comes to trash, it all goes into the same bin. Kendrick Lamar earned, whatever rapper of the year title you want to give him without having to create a lie around it. That's my main thing, is the lie, right? I think that's a load of horse shit. But to my point, he did earn rapper of the year. You know what I'm saying? If there was someone else that wanted to give him that crown, if another publication wanted to stand on business and say that officially, NFR podcast, y'all could have said that your motherfucking self without using Apple Music as your catalyst. I think you should have. You should have said Kendrick Lamar is NFR podcast rapper of the year. How hard is that? Right? I could come out with a fucking list today that says J Nolan inside the industry, artist of the year, or my top 10 artists of the year. Stand on business, put your logo on it, put your name on it, put your shit on the line if you're going to put something out there boldly. That's all I'm saying. And again, that's why I feel like certain people out there may feel like there's an agenda. The agenda doesn't help, really. It's a social media conversation starter. But Kendrick Lamar came out and did his stuff. He did his part. He came out and laid shit to rest. He earned his keep. You know what I'm saying? He's the nigga that had everybody waiting for damn near 20 days trying to figure out what the fuck he was going to do, if he was going to come outside or not. It's not too many niggas you're going to count down daily to see if they're going to put something out. It's, you know what I mean? He earned that. He came out and dropped what was it? Like That, Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grrrls, Not Like Us. 5 records, took over hip hop. We're still talking about him in November. He is the hottest topic in hip hop. Super Bowl performance 2025. Probably about to dominate Grammys 2025, all off of 5 records in a year. And niggas can't get off the nigga tip. Yeah, I think that's qualified. I think he earned that without having to lie. That's all I'm saying. But as a platform that actually is standing on business, and I respect this, we've got Rap Caviar, which is a subsidiary from Spotify. They decided to put out their basically Rap Caviar 3 teams of the top hip hop artists of the year. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3. Of course, Team 1 is their A team. Team B or Team 2 is the B team. Team 3 will be the C team. You know what I'm saying? All of them having moved the audience, moved the crowd, had the people talking, dropped projects for their fan base, had the general consensus of hip hop talking. Let's go ahead and see who they put on their list or their teams, right? Because at least they standing on their shit and at least putting out their own graphics and putting out their own, curation rather than reporting falsely. You know what I'm saying? I just have a real hard time with motherfuckers that put out bullshit, that put out false stories, and then want to put their logo in the corner. You know what I'm saying? And then act like they just reporting. Now, you didn't report that. You made that up. You took something that was real and put a whole spin on it. Y'all niggas need y'all ass whooped for that. Love to you, but an ass whooping, you You get back up the next day, you go back to regular scheduled program. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying y'all deserve nothing more than an ass whooping. You feel me? So here is Rap Caviar's teams. This is the first team. We've got Kendrick Lamar at the center. We've got Future. We've got Metro Boomin. You know, I don't even know if Metro Boomin should qualify on the first team. There's no other producers on here. I know he's technically an artist by proxy because he puts out projects that he produces. But I think that slot should have went to somebody else that actually raps if it's all about rap. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You got Playboi Carti. You got Tyler, the Creator. Kendrick, absolutely. Future, 3 number 1 albums in a 6-month span, absolutely. Tyler, the Creator, put out a good project, good album, quality music. One of the top selling albums of the year off of quality music. No clear single, no radio friendly records. 300,000 first week on a short week. He earned that. Playboi Carti, first team, hip hop, 2024. Do his fans even like his music anymore? Like, serious question. I don't listen to Playboi Carti. I don't like his music, but the narrative that I have seen about Playboi Carti for probably 4-5 years running is that his fans don't even like his music no more. It's like Lil Uzi, you know what I'm saying? They love the nigga for what he did in the past. They want new music, but every time he drops new music, they like, this shit sucks. I don't know, because I don't like the nigga no way, but I'm like, since when is he a first team rapper? I know he moves units though, so I'm not trying to grade too harshly on him. And I know he can rap, right? He comes from a background of being able to rap. It's just that he's gotten so big that he doesn't have to rap. And that's where stans make me fucking sick, because artists get to a point where they start just giving you unadulterated, unfiltered garbage, and niggas go out and support it because they want that person to win, because that's who they fucked with at a certain period in their life when they found him, and they just trying to uphold him forever. I ain't with that shit, but whatever. Team 2. In this list, we have, you got Kanye sitting on a goat. Interesting. You got 21 Savage. You got Glorilla. You got Don Toliver. You got Gunna. I'm not so mad at this list, right? Glorilla, I think she's had one of the bigger years in hip hop as well, especially from the female rap side. She's dominated. She's got a pretty unanimous audience in terms of like people fucking with her, liking what she does. She's very close with Megan Thee Stallion, but the people that hate Megan Thee Stallion will still uphold Glorilla, even in terms if it's just they want to try to pit them against each other or do a dig or whatever. Glow has like a pretty unanimous consensus that people like her. They like her arc. The only people that don't really like Glow, I don't know, they don't really want to see no other female rappers besides a specific one win. That's what I've seen for the most part. When it comes to Gunna, you know, he's had a really cool redemption arc since, getting off on his Alfred plea. A lot of people in hip hop wanted to see him disappear. A lot of people tried to write him off. A lot of people said they wasn't going to work with him. Even producers stopped sending him beats. He still was able to overcome. He started, a whole new journey, got his fitness in order, health in order, started moving a little bit more throughout LA, still going back to Atlanta, but moving more so in LA. Whole new crew and team around him. People trying to fuck with him in public, call him a snitch. He's held his head pretty solid. I did not like the album he put out this year. I thought it was weak compared to the other album that came out when everybody was on his head. I think he took a step backwards in terms of musical quality, but overall people seem to have liked Gunna. He stepped into the Afro beats lane, and he's singing and doing all this other type of stuff. Like, he's making smart moves. That's what I can say for Gunna, and he's building. He's looking. I would be honest. Gunna today is probably a bigger artist than he was before the Young Thug trial, but people don't want to be vocal about how much they support Gunna. They still fucking with him, and he's got a whole audience of people that didn't fuck with him that are wanting to see him win. But again, people are not as vocal about how much they fuck with Gunna. Some people are, but it's like mixed reviews, but then all of a sudden he's excelling. Don Toliver, I ain't gonna lie, man. I question him a little bit. I'm not part of the Don Toliver movement. A lot of people compare him to like Travis Scott. I'm not part of the Travis Scott movement. I would have accepted him being on that list rather than Don, especially with the cultural impact and the people that really have that cult following for Travis. I know Don Toliver has a similar thing going on, but I don't see him as like a top. I don't have Don Toliver in the top 15 of like current people. And that's like sales, culture, impact, influence, etc. I don't have him on that list. 21 Savage, I don't really question so much. People fuck with 21. But I feel like his album came and went at the same time. Like, they had that fake movie that they was putting out with Childish Gambino, like supposedly starring as him. That thing was fake. I feel like that viral video got a lot more attention than the actual album did. Personally, I would have probably put him on tier 3, tier 2 last year, tier 3 this year. But that's just me. I didn't make this list, so I don't determine where nobody falls. I'm just recapping how I'm seeing it. And then you got Team 3, which is Rod Wave, Drake, Big X the Plug, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion. Now, this is an interesting team right here. And if you follow sports, this is basically going off of like all NBA team 1, team 2. I don't even think there's a team 3 in the real NBA, but cool. Kudos for extending this. Megan Thee Stallion should have been team 2, in my opinion. Sexy Red, for all of the press, all of the coverage, all of the people that talk about Sexy Red, for the fact that she goes viral every couple days for numerous reasons, whether it's faking a pregnancy, faking a boyfriend, faking, taking her hair out. She goes viral for just whatever she does. But for all of the virality that she has, she puts out probably the worst music out of any of these artists. Her album flopped compared to what it was expected to do. There was rumors of her having to cancel her tour. She was able to continue her tour, which is great for her. But for all the hype, I don't see the results for Sexy Red. I feel like if we're talking results, and she did have a couple hot records this year, but the album did nothing. I would have maybe put Flo Milli in her spot. I might have put JT in her spot. Unfortunately for somebody like a Nicki Minaj, who put out her album last year, who hasn't really been all that active this year other than, the tour that she did and her tour set records, I would probably have replaced her with Nicki, to be honest, just off of she stays just as viral, if not more, than Sexy Red, and at least her music is carrying a whole year after its release. Her album actually sold more than a lot of these other artists, even though her shit dropped last year. I mean, it was at the end of last year, but y'all get what I'm saying. And musical quality, I put Nicki over Sexy Red. I think she's garbage. But whatever, we're not gonna spend too much time on her, right? Big X the plug. This is an honor for him. He's putting himself in the conversation. Um, he's somebody who I'm not like super familiar with. I see his name all the time. Freshman, you know, he's got that deal with United Masters. They're plastering him all over the place. I've been following UM for some time now. Got some connections with people over there in the executives over there. They cool. They've been pushing him for a minute, so I'm familiar with him. But his music, I don't know so much about. Um, Rod Wave. I mean, I don't listen to Rod Wave. His vibe doesn't suit me. I'm not a depressed 23-year-old, but he makes waves. He sells records on the low ski. And he's earned that spot. He's been consistent and he keeps showing up. He's kind of like if I had to compare, he's like another NBA young boy who's like just silently running up the numbers, silently building a massive fan base. Kind of, if you look at the people that he reaches, it's pretty it's pretty comparable to anyone you want to name, but it just doesn't have the same luster as everybody else. It almost feels like he's independent, even though he's not, right? And then you have Drake. Now Drake is in a interesting space because nobody would have ever predicted for Drake to be a third tier Team 3 type of artist. Based on his career, based on everything that he's done, based on all of his accomplishments, all of his records, when I talk about records, I'm talking about all the records that he's broken and or set in music, not just hip hop, but music in general. You would never expect Drake to be labeled a third team artist or third team rapper. That's rough. And for everything that he's gone through this year, taking that L, I don't know if I agree with him being a Team 3 artist. I think he's still a Team 1, to be honest. But if you wanted to be funny, I would have said Team 2. But Team 3, I feel like is a little bit of a slap in the face. You could say them 100 Gigs records didn't stay on the charts. They didn't. They were projected to go top 20, at least No Face, or at least, some of them, no. I think he capped out in the top 50 or something like that. One of them records got to like 30 something, if I'm not mistaken. But Family Matters did well. Push-Ups did well in the beef. But after the beef, shit got a little sticky for him. You know what I'm saying? He put out the 100 Gigs, footage of his career. And that stuff went viral. His fan base loved it. I didn't understand why it was packaged the way it was. I feel like an artist like a Drake should have probably went with a more official style of documentary if he wanted to put that footage out there. That probably, partner with a network, a Hulu, a Netflix, a Amazon. But perhaps he's in an untouchable space right now from these executives. Maybe they don't want to deal with Drake based on the allegation. I don't know, but he's definitely taken a massive public decline. Gotta say, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no saving that nigga, man. He definitely got dropped. But do I feel like he's a third team rapper? No. Do I feel like Megan Thee Stallion's a third team rapper? No. I feel like I would even put Rod Wave over like a Playboy Cardi who was on a Team 1. But Rap Caviar, that's their assessment, that's their list. They've got the freedom to make what they want. And again, I gotta respect them because they put out their own shit. They stood on business. They created it. They made the graphics, and they didn't lie. They didn't lie. They didn't crown somebody something without actually, you know what I mean? They didn't crown like NFR. They crowned Kendrick Lamar the Apple Music Rapper of the Year when Apple Music themselves didn't even do it. That's weird. That's egregious. What they say in court? That's a misappropriation of justice. Oh man! But do I see Kendrick as the number one rapper in 2024? Yeah. Damn, J. Cole didn't even make the fucking list on none of them. How? That's wrong. I don't care about all the other shit. All of the. Yeah, no. There's no way J. Cole wasn't in that list. Rap Caviar, y'all tripping. But that's their shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.